you guys will probably be like, Samantha, what the hell? Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam. In today's video, I thought I would finally do something a little bit more personal. I've shown you guys what my life is kind of like on a daily basis on my vlogs, but I really wanted to do something that's a little bit more personal and you guys can get to know me for me. As always, if you hear any noise in the back, that's my daughter. I am a stay-at-home mom, so anything I do has to basically revolve around her. Right now she's currently doing slime, so you'll hear like crinkling and stuff. Today's video, I do want to start off by saying that I will be linking down below places where you can donate and get more information on the Black Lives Matter movement. It's important for us to stay educated in these type of things. We don't want this to just be a moment. We want this to be a movement, which is what it should be. So to start off, the 20 random things you would have never known about me. Number one is actually that I was named after a Black woman. So when my dad came from El Salvador at the age of 16, he had nowhere to stay and no money. So he went into an apartment complex and spoke to the manager at the time, which was this Black woman. And she gave my dad a chance that I feel like it's really hard to come by people that would do these type of great things. So she actually allowed my dad to live in one of the rooms rent free, and he was basically in charge of waxing the floors, making sure everything was clean, running smoothly. If anyone needed anything like maintenance, my dad would be the one to take care of it. So because my dad was extremely grateful to this woman, he actually named me after her. So my first name is actually Tamara. It's T-A-M-A-R-A. But yeah, I was basically named after a Black woman who gave my dad an opportunity that not a lot of people would give out. And he was so thankful to her. And I'm, really lucky that I have that story to tell to be my first name. For me, it feels good to know that I was named after someone who meant a lot and did a lot for my parent. So the second thing is that I have a random bump on my nose. I don't know why, I don't know what happened, but right here you can see it. I have a bump and it's annoying, to be honest, because I have to wear glasses, so it kind of ends up making like the bridge of my nose hurt, and I get a headache, and it's freaking annoying. So the third thing is that I was actually born with like a white birthmark on my forehead right here. Can't really tell that much because I'm wearing makeup, but because of it, this tip right here, my eyebrow, I have no hair there, so I have to like really draw that part of my eyebrow basically. The fourth random thing is that I actually transferred out of the first high school I attended, which I absolutely hated. I think it's honestly one of the worst schools. I transferred out because I was actually being bullied. Yeah. To this day, I don't know why they bullied me. I asked them like, hey, like, what did I do? I don't understand. And I don't know, they never told me. The fifth is that I actually missed a lot of school in middle school because I would stay sometimes home a week at a time taking care of my dad. My dad it's kind of hard to explain, but my dad did a lot of drugs and my dad was suicidal at one point, so I stayed home to basically watch over him, and I missed a lot of school because of it. The sixth, I don't know how to say that, sixth, numero seis, is that I actually quit my job because I was being threatened. I would show up to work, I would receive threats that I was going to be beat up, I was going to be reported and have, they were gonna have me fired, and all because of pettiness and a lie. The lie was that everybody thought that I had gotten a close friend of theirs fired, when really she broke the company policy and she didn't follow the rules, and that's why she was gonna get fired, but they blamed me for it. And I was just like, enough, and I quit my job. The seventh thing is that literally, I think a week or two after I quit my job, I found out that I was pregnant. So I had no job, no more money, and I was pregnant. Number 8, I am 25 years old and I do not have my driver's license. Number 9, my voice changes when I speak Spanish. I either go super fresa or I talk extremely fast and like Central American. So I don't know why, it just does. Number 10, I am very emotional. I cry a lot. You know those people that they say like, oh, I go and cry in the shower? That's what I do. I don't like having people see me cry, so I cry like privately. Yes, I'm a crybaby. It's just who I am. Number 11 is that I had a very difficult pregnancy and an even more difficult postpartum. I will do a video just on my postpartum depression and everything I went through, but it honestly, like, if there's ever a time that I was tested by the gods, it was then. Number 12, I have no tattoos and no piercings other than my ears. I would like to have tattoos, but I always stop and I'm like, ugh, do I really like want something on my body like that? So I always like flip-flop and choosing like, should I or should I not? Number 13 is that I have actually drank alcohol since I was 12 years old, which leads me to number 14. I actually have never done drugs. I've never smoked weed. I've never done anything because I get really scared, and I get scared with alcohol too, that it will lead to a really bad path, just because I've dealt with a dad who's a drug addict. So I always get scared that, like, I'm that person that thinks that, oh, like weed is a gateway drug, which I don't know, to me it's just trauma basically that makes me think like that. Number 15 is that I have actually had 3 extremely painful experiences, and no childbirth was not one. The first one is I actually, like, well, what happened is my finger basically, like, I had an injury that caused my finger to burst completely open, to the point where the surgeon had no idea how the hell to sew my finger back up. Yes. I'll do a story time about that if you guys want. But the second thing is I actually had a 2nd-degree burn all over my wrist. And that, I think, like, I literally was saying, like, I will sell my soul to get rid of this pain, because it was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. And the third is actually the pain that I had when having gallstones. I actually ended up having surgery and having my gallbladder removed, but I had that pain for about 2 years. Number 16 is that there is something wrong with my right knee, and doctors can't figure out what it is. I've been told it's like the liquid, like in between the joints, that I might not have enough. But I basically woke up one day and I got out of bed and I fell down because I couldn't stand, and I couldn't stand for days. I couldn't put any weight on my knee, and whenever it gets cold, my knee kind of like locks up and it's hard for me to walk. So number 17 is something super embarrassing, but I'm just gonna say it. Get it done. I had not me, there was a pet goat in my home for a while, like months. The goat was brought by my dad's friend who was going to, you know, cook it, and my parents felt bad and kept the dang goat. So we had a goat for months and it was horrible. I hated it. And to top it off, they named it Memo after Memo Ochoa. Number 18 is I do not like fruit. I prefer eating vegetables than eating fruit. I don't like it. The only way I'll eat a fruit is if it's in a cocktail or in a dessert that I really like, aka peach cobbler, which I should also add, that's my favorite dessert. So the last 2 are a little extreme, so I'll end it on the like, what note. Number 19, I don't know how many half because I'm the only child between my mom and my dad. I don't know how many half brothers and sisters I actually have. So from my dad was a little putano. He, as of right now, we think he has 13 kids. Yes. And I'm actually closest to his first wife's kids. And last but not least, that you guys will probably be like, Samantha, what the hell? Number 20 is that, wow, he's gonna know after this, but number 20 is that my dad does not know that I am legally married. My dad thinks that I'm basically maybe engaged. He doesn't even know that I got engaged. And oh no, I'm not even gonna say that one. I'll save it for the next one. He also does, well, anyways, so he thinks like max I'm engaged because he has seen the rings. But my dad does not know that I actually am legally married. So there are only two things in my life that I have felt that I have had total control of. And number one is having my daughter, you know, being pregnant, having her, raising her, that's number one. And number two is choosing to get married. One day I'll talk about the relationship, you know, that I've had with my dad and everything that I've gone through. But basically, I've never felt like I was ever right. Even when I felt like, hey, my feelings are valid, I never felt like they were. And number two, choices were always made for me by my dad. I guess I'll give you a bonus one. Number 21 is that I actually never told my dad I was pregnant. My dad obviously found out when I think my mom told him, but he never asked me, hey, are you pregnant? He just kind of saw my belly grow, and yeah, I never told him I was pregnant either. So yeah, those are 21 random things that you guys probably would have never known about me. I hope we've gotten a little bit closer. I actually enjoyed doing this video. It feels good, you know, just letting things out. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell so that you're notified when I upload a video, because yes, your girl is very inconsistent, I know. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.